up? And it is me, the King, Caleb Coho, back again to host another episode of Fandom Fights. And we've officially launched into our regular season competition last week with Case Cordelais and Ed Sale and Hunter Chambliss and Dave Goodger. But we've got just as epic of a matchup again this week. But I am not here alone. I am joined by Ryan, the Hunter Parmesan. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you very much for having me. This is going to be a good match because this is outside of what we've been doing lately with tournaments and whatnot and personal vendettas and personal belts and rivalries aside. So this should be a fun, geeky, sweaty, nerdy fandom fight. Let's do this thing.
Absolutely. Today, guys, we have the co-creator of Fandom Fights, the man who created Round 3, Cain, the Hurricane McMillan. We lovingly call him stock footage, stepping into the ring against Malcolm the Crusher Lay. Malcolm coming off of a loss in the first round to Robert Parker of the tournament. Cain starting over in this match after a record scrub, and it's going to be a very interesting matchup here today. But I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to let the competitors speak for themselves.
All right, so I'm here. I don't usually do the promos, but I'm here for some reason, I'm the one playing, and it's a little different, I'm used to being behind the camera, but now I get to show my knowledge. I've previously played before, but due to certain reasons, not going to talk about it because I'm here. I want to focus on my competitor today, and that is Malcolm Goldie Lay. For me and Malcolm, we both have similar strengths, but at the end of the day, I feel like I can dive in a little bit more into his strengths than he can with mine. So I think I have a slight opportunity, but at the end of the day, I like Malcolm. He's a fantastic competitor, and I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a very close match, no matter who wins it. And, I'm just hoping, I can represent Alpha Alliance today and, prove why we're the best faction, especially when it comes to fandom.
I'm here after my loss in the tournament, but it was up against Robert. I kind of had no chance against him anyway. He's just like running into a brick wall millions of times just to try to get through it, but not really. But I'm here. I'm looking for a win. Cain pretty much wrote a lot of questions, and he's pretty much invented the Fandom Fights with Caleb. So, it's going to be interesting to see, but I think I can pull it off and pull out the win against him. I want that win.
All right, so pretty mellow talk here for the competitors, both pretty respectful. Cain just looking to have a good showing against Alpha Alliance. Malcolm looking to make a run. The question here, Ryan, is Cain, who helped create the format, can he compete in the format he created? What do you think?
I think it's very possible that it can. Who's to say a creator can't, compete or be a part of his own creation? Why not? I think he's got a good chance of this, but then again, I wouldn't count out Malcolm. Some of the best movies in the world have been made in his neck of the woods, so his wealth of knowledge is pretty massive, especially with those little films called Middle Earth. So who knows? Maybe I could come back to help him. Maybe I could come back to bite him. I don't know. But either way, it's going to be fun. Let's do this thing.
All right. Introducing first, coming to the ring with a record of 0 wins and 0 defeats, representing Alpha Alliance, he is Cain, the Hurricane McMillan.
I'm here. I just want to say, before I forgot to mention this, the thing that makes this match so great is that both myself and Malcolm love Taika Waititi about the same. So there's a love for Taika Waititi right there. So that's why I love this guy.
And his opponent, representing the country of New Zealand, he is Malcolm the Crusher Lay.
I had a lot of pamphlets out for this revolution, ready to get going.
All right, both of them ready to go here. So let's bring it on into round number 1. Round number 1 works like this, gentlemen. You will each get 10 individual questions from 10 different categories, each worth 1 point apiece. This is our whiteboard round, so we'll need you to verbalize your answer as you show it to us in the camera. You have 3 apiece for an entire match, 1 challenge. Any questions, gentlemen? Pretty standard round 1.
Nope.
Just keep it going.
All right. So I will issue to you your first question, gentlemen, which comes from the realm of DC Films. Who voiced Batgirl in the Lego Batman movie? Lego Batman movie, one of the best animated movies never to be nominated for an Oscar. What do you think, Ryan?
Yes, I would agree with that. It's a very fun movie, really good cast, and there's some good nods to some of the previous iterations of the character that they threw in there for good measure. So I like this movie. I really did. I really enjoyed the heck out of it.
It's definitely the best movie for Batman fans. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Cain.
Was that Rosario Dawson?
That's correct for 1 point. And Malcolm.
Rosario Dawson.
That is also correct for 1 point. All right, Ryan, you want to give them their second question?
Yes, sir. I guess that means I'm doing the evens on this one. Alrighty. Gentlemen, anyhow, your next question is in the category of the Wizarding World. Who plays Jacob Kowalski in Fantastic Beasts?
Jim might hate me, but Fantastic Beasts is the only Middle-earth movie I've seen, or not Middle-earth, Wizarding World, and I quite enjoy it.
Is this about hobbits? Is this movie about hobbits, or
this the Wizarding World and Middle-earth
Right.
could be better if they just merged together? 5,
Oof,
4,
that would be a
3,
massive epic proportions.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Malcolm.
Christian Harloff had a good interview with him. It's Dan Fogler.
Ooh,
That's correct for 1
that is
point.
correct.
And Cain.
And I had the same answer.
That is correct.
Ooh, blow for blow here
I
as
was
we
gonna
get into our
say-
third question.
Thing too, but he stole it from me. So
All right, the third question comes from the world of Disney films. Disney films. Who does Bootstrap Bill Turner kill in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End? I quite enjoy this movie and the trilogy. The first 3, 4th and 5th ones aren't great, but I personally like the original 3.
I love the first one, and then 2 and 3 garbage. 4th one I was fine with because it made up for 2 and 3 being garbage, and then the 5th one I just skipped it because I was completely done with pirates after that. And that's my story.
Completely disagree on Stranger Tides is the worst one, Ryan. On Stranger Tides is the worst one.
Whatever, Russ. Whatever.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Cain.
was that Davy Jones?
Incorrect. We'll go over to Malcolm.
Ooh, incorrect.
I also thought it was Davy Jones.
No, we were looking for James Norrington. James Norrington.
Of course it
Yep.
was.
No perfect games here today.
Unfortunately.
Darn.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen. Your next question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks, and your question is thus: who composed the score for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them?
This was my attempt at writing a Wizarding World question that pertained to scores and soundtracks. And I got to give a big shout out to my buddy Jim Green, who helped me coming in clutch last minute with some Wizarding World questions for today's match.
Nerd. No, I mean, we're all nerds here, so it's all good. I have no desire to see this movie, though, ever, but whatever.
3. It's actually pretty fun. 2.
Please.
Oh, repeat. Yes, sir. It's in the category of scores and soundtracks, and the question is the following. Who composed the score for Fantastic Beasts and where to find them?
I think it's worth a watch. It's
looking
very fun.
for the composer. Is it fun?
It's very fun. I know nothing of the world, but I really enjoyed Newt Scamander as a character.
Newt Scamander.
I think Eddie Redmayne would make a great doctor.
I heard he won an Oscar one time.
I think he did too. Yeah, I think he snubbed Michael Keaton. Anyway, 5, 4. I'm not salty. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Malcolm.
I'm pretty sure this is wrong, but I put Michael Giacchino.
That is incorrect. Cain, what do you have for us?
I said Patrick Doyle.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. We were actually looking for James Newton Howard.
Of course. You know.
Oh, of course it was.
James Newton Howard was the correct answer for that particular question.
Composer of a certain DC movie that I know of.
Really? Interesting.
All right, gentlemen, your next question comes from Cain's favorite, the DCEU, where all of his favorite films, especially Batman vs. Superman, reside.
Great franchise.
What was the first post-credit scene in Justice League?
Oh, but okay.
I actually enjoyed this movie for what it was.
I liked it in the theater because it was the first time I saw my favorite characters. Oh, Malcolm calling for another repeat.
No, I didn't call for
Oh, I thought I heard a repeat.
No,
I'm sorry.
I think you're imagining things there, young Caleb.
I am. I am imagining things. Just like you're imagining this movie's good. 5, 4,
It's entertaining. It's fun.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Cain.
That was Lex Luthor meeting Deathstroke.
I am sorry, that is incorrect. Malcolm, what do you got for us?
I had nothing.
So it was Barry and Superman.
We were looking for the Flash racing Superman. That was the first of the post-credit scenes.
No,
See, I personally argue that they should have flipped the post-credit scenes because the serious one.
Yeah, usually the serious one's the first one, and then the fun one is the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But they didn't do that this time because DC messes a lot of things up. All right, Ryan.
Yeah, they went against type. Anyway, moving on. Gentlemen, your next question is in the category of the MCU. And your question is thus. Who is the first character to die in Avengers Infinity War? Probably one of the greatest.
We're not talking about dusting. We're not talking about the dusting. We're talking about the first character to die, period, in the movie.
That we see, like, actually
that we see,
killed, right?
that we see get killed, that we care. Yeah.
To be a little bit more specific, and this is one of the best comic book movies of all time.
I think it's the best season finale to a TV show ever made. 5,
In a way, yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go over to Malcolm.
Heimdall.
That is correct.
Man, we're on point. Heimdall.
And that is correct. It was Heimdall, played by the great actor known as Idris Elba. Great actor. Great actor.
All right, gentlemen, your next question comes from the world of Pixar films. Pixar. What is the name of the superhero who is found dead by Mr. Incredible?
Overrated.
Whoa, that's completely incorrect.
I don't
5.
know. I saw the first one and I was like,
It's genius.
It's fine.
It's a genius film. Listen to
It's
the
fine.
Cinephiles podcast. 1.
Cinephile.
Pens down. We'll go over to Cain.
Was that Gazer Beam?
That is correct.
And Malcolm.
It is Gazer Beam.
All
Dang it.
right. This match is really
Lockstep.
that good.
Lockstep.
Gentlemen, your next question is in a very excellent category about a world-famous super spy. And that category is James Bond. The category is James Bond. And your question is, how many films do not feature the character of Q? We are looking for a number.
Number of films that do not feature the character of Q.
I like this franchise.
Yeah,
For the most-
there's some
good ones in there. There's some good ones in there, for sure.
There's a lot of bad ones also. 5.
Roger Moore era is terrible.
Question.
What was that?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, sir. In the category of James Bond, how many films do not feature the character of Q? Looking for a number. That will count as your second repeat of 3, I believe.
No,
Caleb?
this was first.
That's
first?
No, that's the second.
No,
That
that
was
was
a
my second.
second. That was a
That's the
second.
second repeat.
Some of us
Just
keep
trying to
track of
help you
this
out.
stuff, Kane.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm playing, so I can't.
It's okay. So that was your second repeat. You have 1 repeat left. Please use it wisely.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did that repeat help? And we'll start with Malcolm.
Was that just one?
I am sorry, that is incorrect. Kane, what do you got for us?
I said a random number 6.
That is actually incorrect. We were actually looking for the number of 3. We were looking.
I could tell you the 3 too if you'd like. It's Live and Let Die, Casino Royale, and Quantum of Solace.
I don't remember Q and Dr. No either, but okay.
There is a Q. There is a Q in Dr. No.
Is there? I thought he was just some
I
random dude.
I had to look it up. It's not the Desmond Llewellyn Q.
Right, it's a different actor.
It's a different actor.
Oh.
All right, moving on to our 8th question. Yes, 8th question.
Yes.
No, that's not the 8th question. I'm dumb. 9th question, penultimate. I'm doing odds. That's what I meant. All right, your penultimate question comes from the world of Star Wars. What color lightsabers does General Grievous wield in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith? I quite enjoyed this. I think this is the best prequel.
Are you? Does that make you a prequelist, like Ken Knapsack?
I'm not necessarily a prequelist, but I don't hate the prequels like everyone else.
I have issues with part 2, definitely.
2. Attack of the Clones is really hard to get through, but it has some good parts. 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Cain.
Sorry, green and red.
That's incorrect. We'll go over to Malcolm.
I also thought it was green and red.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Looking for green and blue. Green and blue.
Oh, damn it.
He only uses the lightsabers of dead Jedis. All right, Ryan, you want to give him their last question?
I thought that was the last one because right now I'm looking at the next question and it's a blankety blank kind of question, if you know what I mean.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, I forgot to write the 10th question, so the bonus question is the 10th question.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're going a little bit off script, but we'll work with this, folks. Your 10th, I believe, 10th and final question in round number 1 is the following. It comes from the category of mixed bag. It is mixed bag.
Or Marvel, but either way.
Or whatever.
I updated it on the doc. You just can't see it.
We'll edit that out. It's Marvel, you say?
Yeah, Marvel. Try to get
in the category. Sorry, guys. It's in the category of Marvel films. This is great being live, isn't it? In MIB 3, what personal life event does Agent J witness while he is in the past? I didn't see this movie because it looked like garbage.
It's actually my favorite Men in Black sequel.
Ew!
And
God.
Personally, it might be my favorite Men in Black, but that's because I'm not a huge lover of the first one, but I like the first one.
Dude, the first one is the Citizen Kane of that franchise. It is a masterpiece compared to 2 and 3.
That phrase is really overused. Fine.
I don't care. I got it from Scott Mance, so I'm going to use it.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go over to Cain.
That was the death of his father.
That is
That's
actually
correct at 1 point.
Yeah, we'll give him that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no. It is.
Is the death of his father? I phrased it his father's death in the question, right? He used every keyword. Go ahead, Malcolm.
I also put death of his father.
You're right. Yeah, you all got it right. Never mind. I don't know what I'm drinking over here. I might be having the wrong.
Ryan, did you drug yourself? Did you drug yourself?
No, I'm looking at I'm just reading the document wrong. I don't know.
Coasting out of round number 1, we are locked up at 5 apiece. But round 2 is where anything can change, as round number 2 is our wheel round. Each competitor will get a chance to spin our lovely wheel, brought to us by WheelDecide.com, and they will get a chance to get a category that they like. If they spin the wheel and they like the category that they get 5 questions from that category, each worth 2 points apiece. They can go to multiple choice, but it devalues the point down to 1, and there is stealing. Keep that in mind. Malcolm, you have 1 repeat. Cain, you have 3. Both your challenges are in play. Any other questions, gentlemen? Since Malcolm has actually played a match, he will get the chance to choose whether he's going first or second.
I'll go second.
Oh.
All right, so Cain, you're going to get a chance to spin the lovely wheel. The categories on the wheel today are DCEU, scores and soundtracks, Disney, Wizarding World, MCU, DC, Pixar, and Star Trek, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Cain, your spin is away, and you've landed on opponent's choice.
Whoa, opponent's choice. Oh boy.
Malcolm, Indiana Jones is not on the wheel, so.
All right, Malcolm, what are you giving him?
Junior. No.
I'm going to give him Star Trek.
Ooh. All right.
Pull like what he did to get this chance and be like, scores and soundtracks.
All right, Cain, I'm going to issue to you.
So no.
I'm going to issue to you your questions from the realm of Star Trek movies. Your first question. What rank did Chekhov hold while he was a member aboard the Reliant in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan?
Lieutenant.
Incorrect. Malcolm, for the chance for a 2-point steal.
General.
Incorrect. We're looking for commander. Commander.
Oh, yeah.
Your second question, Cain. Who plays Chang in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Kurtwood Smith, B. Christopher Lloyd, C. Christopher Plummer, or D. Michael Dorn?
I'm going to go Christopher Plummer.
That is correct for 1 point.
I really wanted to say Kevin Spacey, but I was hoping you might give it to me wrong. But
All right. Your next question. When asked how to beat Khan, what does Spock Prime say to Spock in Star Trek Into Darkness?
I've seen this one, but
I will clarify how he beats Khan. I think I said it wrong. When asked how he beats Khan in Into Darkness.
All right, now I'm confused, so I'm going multiple choice.
Right, your options are A. We blew him to hell. B. We went to great lengths. C. I cannot say. Or D. At great cost.
D.
That is correct for 1 point. Your fourth and penultimate question in the category of Star Trek. What race of aliens have been the primary antagonists the most in the Star Trek franchise?
I feel like there's an obvious answer, and it's going to be in the multiple choice, so I'm just going to go with it. Klingons.
That is incorrect. We'll go over to Malcolm. 2 points steal.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. The Borg?
Incorrect. We were
Was it
looking for
Romulans?
humans.
Oh,
Humans.
Wow, okay.
All right, your final question in the category of Star Trek. What year do the crew of the Enterprise travel back to in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home?
2015.
Incorrect. We were looking for 19. Malcolm. Chance for 2 points steal.
Okay.
Chance for 2 points steal. But hey, just saying, if you would go to multiple choice, they all said 19 as well. They all said 19 as well.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
1985.
Incorrect. We're looking for 1986.
Jeez,
So you got it wrong anyway.
So much for trying to stick the landing on this category there, Cain.
Okay. Hey, we all make mistakes. It's a long day. I wrote these
Jeez, for
questions
someone who
for 2
claims
hours.
to be
Stop.
a Trekkie and has trebles in his house, you didn't really do good this time, man.
Whoa.
I don't know if he's talking to me because I don't think I've ever claimed to be a Trekkie.
I thought you told me you were a while back. I don't know.
No. There was one category I didn't want, and that was it.
Ryan taking shots at his teammate. Coming out of Kane's
At least I'm not
spin,
a
Cain is in the lead with 7. Malcolm not capitalizing on those steals and ending up right where he started at 5. But Malcolm, you're going to get a chance.
Opponent's choice.
You're going to get a chance to spin our lovely wheel here. As soon as we
Actually, I
bring
don't
it
even
up.
want opponent's choice. I'm going to just say Natalie.
Let's
It's not even on the wheel.
All right. Your option to spin the wheel is away, Malcolm. And you have landed on
What's it gonna land on?
Pixar. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
You want to
Spin
spin
again.
again. Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, he is spinning it again.
You're spinning
And he
the wheel
lands on the
again.
category of the
What is it?
Wizarding World.
Oh wow! Oh boy!
All right,
All right, Ryan,
Don't
you
miss
will be administering the questions to Malcolm in the Wizarding World.
Okay, Wizarding World. All right, Malcolm. Let's see if you can handle this one. We'll see. Your first question in the category of the Wizarding World. Who provided the score for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
This one is Patrick Doyle.
That is actually correct for 2 points. All right, off to a good start. Let's see if it can hold. Anyway, your next question in the category of Wizarding World. What year was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince released?
2009.
Oh my gosh, that is actually correct for 2 points.
Wow. I can tell that Caleb doesn't know his Wizarding World.
Yeah,
I'm not the one playing here, Kane. I'm not the one down by points.
Yeah, but you still have problems there, man. You got major problems. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Why
Your
is
next-
my commentator such a heel? I don't know.
Whatever, Russ, whatever. Anyway, Malcolm, your next question in the category of Wizarding World. How many children of the 3 main characters are seen on the Hogwarts Express at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Fuck.
Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are the following: A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5.
2.
I am sorry, that is incorrect. Cain, a chance to steal.
Okay, because I didn't understand the question, I'll use one of my repeats.
All right. Okay, that's your first repeat. And the question is thus: how many children of the 3 main characters are seen on the Hogwarts Express at the end of Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Okay, so just to clarify, you're wanting to know out of the 3 main characters, so Ron, Hermione, and Harry, how many children of theirs do we see on the train?
I believe so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I'm going based on what Jim was.
I mean, Harry has 2 kids, and I think Ron and Hermione had 2, so 4.
I am sorry, that is incorrect. We're actually looking for 3. The correct answer was 3.
It's a confusing question.
It is.
It
Shame
might-
on you, Jim. No, I'm kidding. Jim, I'm kidding. Thank you. I'm grateful for the questions.
Shame on you, Jim. I'm kidding. Anyway, your next question, Malcolm, in the category of Wizarding World. What Doctor Who actor appears in 6 Harry Potter films?
Doctor Who, my favorite TV show of all time.
Overrated.
You're completely wrong, but okay.
I got 3 episodes in, and I was bored to tears. I was falling asleep.
You have no heart.
What was that, Malcolm?
Multiple choice.
Yes, sir. Your options are the following: A, David Tennant; B, John Hurt; C, John Cleese; or D, David Bradley.
David Bradley?
That is actually correct for 1 point.
David Bradley.
Doctor Who actor, but too often.
He replaced William Hartnell on the show to play the first Doctor because William Hartnell is deceased.
That's right.
R.I.P. William Hartnell.
They had a Christmas episode a couple years back, didn't he, David Bradley? Wasn't he on?
That
one?
was this last one that just passed.
Oh, that was his last one. Okay, because I saw the trailer for it and it looked interesting.
It was very good. Anyway.
But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, Malcolm, your final question in the category of Wizarding World. What is the name of Dumbledore's brother?
Oh, come on.
Aberforth Dumbledore.
Come on.
That, unfortunately, is correct for 2 more freaking points. My goodness gracious.
And Cain is got to be happy that that Malcolm went multiple choice a few times, because this is still not over, with round number 3 coming up, which is our betting round, where anything can happen here in round number 3. You will each be given 5 questions from 5 different categories. We will give you the category, and you will tell us how many points between 0 and 2 that you would like to wager on the question. We'll then ask you the question. If you get it right, you get the points that you bet. If you get it wrong, you lose those points. We need you to write your bet and say it at the same time. Same with your question. And we do ask that you play along, even if you bet 0 for stats purposes. Any questions, gentlemen?
Nope.
Can we get a score check?
12
The score at the end of round 2 was Malcolm with 12 and Cain with 7.
I think he just said that twice. Okay, we don't need an echo, Cain. Caleb's taking care of it. Please.
All right.
Let Caleb do his job.
Thanks,
Remember that time that
Ryan.
you almost got knocked out by chance.
Whatever, Russ. Whatever, you sick freak. Anyway, Caleb,
Wow.
let's hit him with their first question in round 3. What do you say?
All right, your first
Or
question in
category, I
round
should
number
say.
3. Your first category in round number 3 comes from the DCEU. How many points would you like to bet on the DCEU?
Such a great franchise that no one gives any respect for.
3, 2, 1. We'll start with Cain. How many points would you like to bet on the DCEU?
2.
Oh, he's
All
going
right,
big.
and Malcolm.
I'm going to go for 1.
Oh, playing it a little bit safe there, you little hobbit. All right.
Your question. What is the name of the first villain we see on screen in Suicide Squad?
That's the Oscar-winning film, Suicide Squad.
Should have gone to Star Trek Beyond.
Whatever. Suicide Squad was a way better movie.
Whoa. Whoa.
Is
Ryan going full heel? I don't know.
Even though Star Trek Beyond had a killer rockin' soundtrack.
It did, but it was also a way better story. 5.
Yeah,
4. And the editing wasn't complete junk where I thought I was getting into the movie in the middle. 2, 1, pens down. We'll start with Cain.
Deadshot.
That is correct for 2 points. And Malcolm.
Deadshot.
That's correct for 1 point.
The plot thickens. Your next question, gentlemen, in round number 3, comes in the category of familiar letters you may have heard of before. DC Films. Not DCEU, but DC Films. How many points would you like to wager on DC Films between 0 and 2 points?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go with Malcolm this time.
1.
Okay.
All right, and Cain.
1 as well.
Oh.
Ooh. All right.
Alrighty.
Give me the question.
Your question in the category of DC Films. Who plays, I hope I'm not going to butcher this character name, Ozymandias in Watchmen?
You got it. Ozymandias, you got it. You got it.
I wasn't sure if I butchered it or not.
I love the posh Archibald accent.
I try. I didn't like Watchmen all that much.
4. I really like Watchmen. 3.
It's a depressing film, man.
But it's good. 1. Henry Sanchez would disagree. Pens down. We'll go over to Malcolm.
I haven't seen it, but I know Jeffrey Dean Morgan was in it.
Incorrect for a point. And Cain.
It's not right, but I wrote Patrick Wilson.
I am sorry.
That's
The correct.
also incorrect.
We were actually looking for the actor of Matthew Good. Matthew Good plays that character in Watchmen.
Your next category is everyone's favorite, Kaiju. How many questions would you like to bet, or points you want to bet on Kaiju? Which I'm sure Kane's been studying up a lot on, right?
I don't know. Maybe Malcolm has been studying up on this. I mean, he grew up during half of these films when they were made, right?
Hey, Chance was alive for the first 1954 Godzilla, so...
Oh, man. I guess that makes him and Malcolm are brothers then. Who knows?
1. Probably. Pens down. We'll go over to Cain.
1.
Okay.
All right. And Malcolm.
I'm going for 0.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting things could happen here. Your question in Kaiju. What Oscar-nominated writer/director wrote the screenplay for Cloverfield?
Damn it.
Oh, Malcolm's
Malcolm
probably
looks like he knows it.
Malcolm's like, I love this movie. It's a masterpiece. I should have known this.
I love some of the movies this guy's been a part of. 5, 4.
Can I get a repeat?
Up. Repeat. We need a repeat. Okay.
All right. The question is, what Oscar-nominated writer/director wrote the screenplay for Cloverfield?
Did you get a case of whiplash after watching this movie because of the shaky camera movements?
I've never seen Cloverfield.
You're not really missing much. You might want to see 10 Cloverfield Lane, though, because that is a superb sequel.
I've heard it is excellent and that John Goodman was robbed. 5.
You can forget about Paradox.
2.
Hey.
1. Wait, they made a third one?
Yeah,
I thought it was called
out...
The Quiet Place. Pens down.
Oh, God.
We'll go over to Cain.
I hope I didn't change the wrong answer. I wrote Max Landis.
It's incorrect. We will go over to Malcolm for stats purposes.
It was J.J. Abrams.
That is also incorrect.
Wrong, sir.
We're looking for Drew Goddard.
Drew
Goddard. Okay.
Drew Goddard had a
Max
hand in
Landis wrote the screenplay for Chronicle. A very similar-looking poster.
I still haven't seen.
Right.
I really need to see Chronicle. I got to get on that.
Max Landis, one of my favorite writers and personalities online.
Let's see. Anyway, gentlemen, your next question comes in the category of Junior. Yes, sir. It is you, Junior. Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is your next category. How many points would you like to wager between 0 and 2? Give me there's only 2 movies in this franchise. The other 2 don't.
Can I get a score recap?
It is 12-7. We are right back to where we were at the start of the round.
This is getting real interesting here, folks.
And this is the 4th question?
This is the fourth question, so there's
it's-
room for a swing.
There is room for some. Yep. 2 more points.
There's
here.
room for an 8-point swing with this question.
We'll see.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Malcolm, what are you betting?
1.
All right, and Cain.
1.
Oh, okay. All right.
Interesting.
We'll see how this turns out. In the category of Indiana Jones, your question is thus: Indy and Mutt decapitate a statue in their escape from the Russians in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Who is the statue of?
This is one of my favorite kind of gag jokes in Indiana Jones, just because they mention kind of this person at least once before in the movie.
I thought it was okay until the end when they revealed what the artifact was really for, and I was like, yeah, no thanks.
See, I didn't like that, but I liked the movie up until that point.
Yeah, I thought the movie was okay up until that point.
I like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull way more than Temple of Doom. 5, 4, 3,
Yeah,
2,
I'm with you on that.
1. Pens down. Malcolm, what is your answer?
I put Vladimir Lenin.
I'm
That is
sorry that is
incorrect.
Kane, what do you got
Okay.
for us?
Stalin?
I am sorry that it's.
Incorrect.
We were actually looking for his best friend, Brody, Marcus Brody, sir. Where's Indy? Marcus Brody was your correct answer, and unfortunately, you didn't get it. And you guys call yourselves indie fans.
You definitely know I'm not an indie fan.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Malcolm the Crusher Lay.
Wow.
This was a tight game. They kept it close. They were in lockstep. It just came down to round 2 where Cain got a weakness and Malcolm got a strength. And by the time we got round through, things just kept changing and shifting. But it just ultimately came down to a couple missed questions on Cain's part in round 3 and a really unlucky round number 2. But Ryan, we're going to take you into post-match interviews. We'll have you interview Malcolm first.
Alrighty. Alrighty. For our for the winner, Malcolm, I gotta ask you, how does it feel to finally, after so many years and years and decades upon decades and decades of struggling, to get that first big fat W? How sweet it is to have a victory on your hands right now. How do you feel after this match?
I mean, it was pretty good to get a victory. I mean, it was fun, and I mean, to get over one of the creators of Fandom Fights was even sweeter. Because like, it's one of those ones like when you can beat a creator at their own game, then you know you've done something right. So then, it's just one of those things. Like, I mean, he got a weakness. And it's I know what it's like to be on that end where you get something you're not strong in and have to sort of just go with it and try a lot. But I mean, yeah.
Well, that's good stuff. You know, yeah. I mean, for a hot minute there, I thought Cain was a fan of something called Star Trek, and apparently he's never even heard of the franchise because he sucked at it. So you got a point. It happened to opponent's choice. You took the chance. You threw it to him. You put him out of his misery. Knocked him down with a few punches. You did pretty good. I was impressed. Now going down the line here, I know the powers that be have to put together another match for you somewhere down the line. But just hypothetically speaking, is there anyone you're looking to face in Phantom Fights particularly that you haven't had a chance to go up against as of yet, or are you just gonna wait to see what may come down the road when you leave the Shire for the second time in your entire life?
I mean, I'll just give the same thing I say all the time I get asked this question. Whoever's out there and wants a piece of me, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I know Harley wants a piece of me because I know he challenged me after my tournament match. I know he wants a piece of me out there. But I mean, anyone who wants to face me, I'm here and just ready to take on anyone.
So like Y2J, he basically looks at you, clicks his pen, he's like, "You just made the list." So he's got it for you. He's got a little bit of a revenge list on his hands. All right, well that's interesting. Well, who knows what's going to happen? But in this case, congrats on the match, congrats on the victory. And all right, so we are going to go over to our unfortunate and pathetic excuse for a loser. He's terrible. Cain, you lost this match, even though it was somewhat close, but not really, because I feel like you got your ass handed to you by the Hobbit from the Shire known as Malcolm. How do you feel right now about this match?
I mean, I feel fine. I play these matches just to have fun. It's just trivia. It's nothing crazy. It's not. I mean, I don't live for this. I mean, I want to. Essentially, what I want to do is I want to make movies, not play trivia. So that is why I play to have fun. I wanted to play Malcolm because Malcolm's a great guy. We both have a strange, weird love for Taika Waititi, and it doesn't make sense. But especially because I'm American, it makes more sense because he's New Zealand. But yeah. I'm American, and Taika Waititi's fantastic. So yeah, I like this. I like playing trivia. It's very fun. I'm a competitive person, so I don't feel great about my performance. I could have played better. There was a couple questions I knew, but then I backfired, or I didn't trust my gut. So essentially, I could have played better, 100%. But at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me that much. I love to see other people compete. That's what I like to see. I'm just here to have fun.
Well, good luck with the aspiring filmmaking career, because you can only make hundreds of thousands when you can make millions being a world champion in the team division, singles division, whatever it is. You can make millions, if not hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, and you're throwing it away by saying, oh, this trivia thing is just a hobby. It's just a hobby. I want to make films. I want to be the next Spielberg. Dude, face facts, Jack. You're never going to be the next Spielberg. You're never going to be the next Taika Waititi. You're never going to be the next Peter Jackson, who hasn't made a good film since 2003. I mean, this is pathetic. I thought you were money. I thought you were money, but you're not money anymore. You're not even money. You don't even know what money is. Seriously, this is pathetic, man. We're supposed to go after titles. We're supposed to go after belts. We're supposed to go after the parties and the clubs and the women and the money, the power, the prestige. And you're just going out there to make an indie film for $5 like David F. Sandberg with Lights Out? What's the matter with you?
Hey, David F. Sandberg's making Shazam, and that movie looks pretty dope. So
I don't know, man. That movie looks pretty nasty with a 2-year-old playing Shazam, and he's got these buff muscles. He can't even work out really good. It's terrible. What are you doing with yourself?
Hey, I mean, it'll probably be better than Man of Steel. Let's be honest.
No. Man of Steel is an Oscar-deserving film, where Shazam is just about a nobody character that no one's ever heard of. Maybe Malcolm's heard of him. I don't know.
Ryan, I know you're new to this. You're not used to doing these hosting stuff. You got to keep it moving because people are at home are getting bored.
Ugh. They're getting bored because I'm more entertaining than you. I'm better on the mic than you. I'm better at trivia than you. This is bullcrap. You're terrible.
You're better at trivia? Okay, that's why you don't have a belt, and you scored 1 point against Chance in the first round. And then we had to make a KO rule about you. So you can't say you're better when essentially you are a lowest ranked competitor in the league.
You know what, Cain? War, belt, hunter, juggernaut, dragon.
I don't know what this means.
Gold.
Whoa. Cain?
What was that all about?
Cain, where are you? Cain?
What the hell was that?
Where did he go?
What is this?
Cain? I guess he dropped the call?
Did his Wi-Fi in the middle of no man's land crap out on him? Because I know Malcolm.
Ryan, what did you do? What did you do? Anyway, we don't have time for this. I'll settle this off camera. Malcolm, where can they find you? We'll go to plugs. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Take 3 Productions, hosting my show Rankum, where we take a topic and list them. I also compete in trivia on Multiplex and real-life movie games. And also I'm on Twitter, Letterboxd, and Stardust at Melkor.
Awesome. And, normally I would go to Cain, but I'm actually worried for his well-being. Ryan, where can they find you?
Yeah, something's up with that weirdo. Anyway, on my side of the woods, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at RyanRPM5 and on Facebook at Ryan Permison. That's RyanPermison. And make sure to follow our YouTube channel, Nerd Culture. A little hard to see, but here it is, Nerd Culture. Make sure to follow us on YouTube and on Twitter and Instagram at It's Nerd Culture, where we do movie reviews, TV reviews, video games, comic books, you name it, anything nerdy. We do it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. We got brand new videos coming your way very soon. Thanks for having me, an actual winner, and we'll see you next time.
Look, Ryan, I like the heel aspect you've got going on here, but I'm genuinely worried about your partner. You know what? We'll try another video here. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Caleb Coho. That's KALEBKOHO. Caleb Coho on YouTube. That's where I do my film and music stuff, and Coho Productions is where I actually put out short films and film-related content. Speaking of that, my movie Chick Part 2 came out on Coho Productions and Caleb Coho on July 25th, just a few days ago, so check that out. And my group, The Forks, put out our debut album, Shoot for Teams, on iTunes, Spotify, everywhere back in February. So if you're interested in rap music, you can find that there. And you can find me here on Multiplex running Fandom Fights, usually with Cain. And you know what? Speaking of Cain, I need to go find him. So you know what? Take care, guys. I'll see you next week.